In the heart of the land of Israel, when the winds whispered of impending war, there arose a woman of unparalleled courage and beauty, Judith, daughter of Merari. Her grace was renowned across the region, yet it was not just her beauty that set her apart, but her sharp mind and unwavering faith in the Most High. She was a woman whose spirit was as resolute as the mountains, and whose soul burned with a righteous fire that could never be extinguished. The Assyrian army, led by the proud general Holofernes, had swept across the land like a storm. Their strength seemed insurmountable, and the people of Israel trembled, for none had come to their aid. It was in this time of despair that Judith stood, not with the trembling fear of those around her, but with a heart full of divine purpose. Judith knew that the power to defeat the might of the Assyrian army did not lie in weapons of iron and steel, but in the strength of righteousness. She was a woman who understood the balance of the physical and the spiritual, the external and the internal. Her beauty was a gift, yes, but it was her wisdom, her faith, and her knowledge of the Creator's will that would guide her in this hour. Dressed in the finest robes, with her ebony skin glowing like polished obsidian, Judith approached the camp of the enemy. Her figure, regal and commanding, moved through the men as they gazed upon her, struck not only by her physical beauty, but by the confidence she radiated. She carried herself like a queen, not only in form but in spirit. The air itself seemed to part for her as she walked, for she knew that she was divinely destined for this moment. Her path led her to the tent of Holofernes, the great general whose thirst for conquest had brought him to this land. His army, though mighty, had failed to see the true strength of the Israelite people, and in their arrogance, they underestimated the power of righteousness. Judith entered his tent, and as she did, she was met with the gaze of Holofernes. His eyes, filled with pride and arrogance, flickered with surprise at the sight of her, yet he saw only what was on the surface, the allure of her beauty. Little did he know, the true weapon she wielded was her divine connection, her intellect, and her unwavering will. She spoke with clarity, her voice a mixture of kindness and authority.
Great General, I come in peace, bringing you a message of hope. You have been deceived into believing that victory is within your grasp, but the God of Israel has seen your arrogance. He has chosen me to deliver this message. You shall not win, for your pride will be your downfall.
Holofernes, intrigued and captivated by her beauty, listened as she spun her tale. He believed her to be just another seductress, but what he did not understand was that Judith's true power was in her wisdom. With each word she spoke, she wove a spell of divine intervention, showing him that his fate was sealed by his own pride. As the night deepened and the feast carried on, Holofernes grew intoxicated with drink. His guards, lulled by the warmth of the wine, were in no state to challenge Judith's approach. She seized the moment with the calm assurance of someone who knew the path to victory was already within her grasp. The men around her had no idea of the force that lay in her heart. Unseen, but mighty as the storm that stirs the heavens. With one swift motion, Judith, guided by the hand of the Most High, struck down the arrogant general, his reign of terror ending in the silence of the night. The Assyrian army, leaderless and broken, faltered. The people of Israel, once trembling in fear, now stood tall in the light of their deliverance. Judith returned to her people, not as a mere woman, but as a divine instrument, a living testament to the power of righteousness. Her beauty, though undeniable, was but the outward reflection of the strength of her spirit. She had not only saved her people, but had demonstrated that true power lies in the will to follow God's purpose, even in the face of seemingly insurmountable odds. Her name would be remembered throughout history, not just for her beauty, but for her wisdom, her faith, and her indomitable courage. She was a woman who had the heart of a lion and the wisdom of the ages. A woman who proved that when God's will is your guide, no army, no matter how powerful, can stand against you.